So the new season of and The Boys are coming out at the same time, going episode for episode. And in my personal opinion, Invincible got it. Invincible is just better than The Boys. It's crazy how the live action show is more childish than the animated show. The cartoon is more mature than the show with the human actors. Let me explain what I mean. The first 2 episodes of The Boys has came out, and I've already seen a guy's asshole.
Oh, I'm hurt.
The asshole of a worm guy who didn't have no penis, who ate dirt and then proceeded to shit out the dirt like it was some diarrhea of some Indian food just to dig a hole. I'm like, bro, y'all niggas low-key just should have got a shovel, gang. Because this was nasty, and The Boys does this a lot. And there's a few reasons why Invincible is better than The Boys, in my opinion. And the first reason is definitely the fights. It's probably because it's animated. Let me adjust my camera one more time. It's probably because it's animated, but at the same time, I'm hyped for it. Conquest versus Mark Part 2. I'm fiending for it. Who Thrag gonna fight? Battle Beast. Who he gonna scuff with? But The Boys, they got these Power Rangers ass fights. I've seen better hands in an old Bruce Lee movie that came out damn near 60 years ago. I seen better scuffs in Rush Hour. Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker putting up more points than A-Train and Huey. And sometimes in The Boys, they don't even fight when it's necessary to fight. Spoiler alert. But in an episode of the newest season of The Boys, the Deep is looking for A-Train's family. The Deep finds A-Train's family, but A-Train moves his family before the Deep can do anything. The Deep says he will find his family again no matter what. A-Train proceeds to tongue wrestle, to mouth box instead of throwing his fist. Kill him! Turn this fish into fried fish. What are you doing? Why are you just talking to him? This is no time for conversation. At least have a fight scene. This is necessary. He's trying to get to your family. A fight is necessary. If you're not gonna fight for your family, then you just pussy. You ain't gonna fight for your mama. You just pussy, bro. And I like A-Train, but they should have gave him a fight scene.
Who are you?
I'm Callista Flockhart. Who the hell do you think I am? I'm deaf.
Let's talk about deaths and heavy spoilers, like the milk has been left out for a month. No comic book spoilers, TV show spoilers. So if you ain't caught up, go catch up and come back. But let's talk about two characters, Rex and A-Train. I like A-Train way more than I like Rex, by far. I didn't like Rex from the beginning, and I didn't like Rex when his character started to change, when he was moving his girlfriend's stuff into her home. I didn't like that even when he was becoming nicer. I still didn't like him. But when he died and he told his killer, fuck you, Allah Akbar, let's both die, I couldn't do nothing but respect it. And then when that Billie Eilish hit, something can't afford you, I damn near shed a tear. They had his girlfriend pulling up, seeing the explosion, talking about some, oh no. And then at the funeral, everybody was respectful. They had heartfelt words, and it was a proper send-off, a proper funeral. But A-Train, I feel like his character arc was better. Him changing was better than Rex. He went from the beginning of the series, running the train on Huey's girl, turning Huey's baby pudding, his girl pudding, into actual pudding, and not giving a fuck about it. And then he learns what being a real hero is, and that he's never been a real hero his whole career. He was an actor. He had that epiphany. And then at the end of his life, when Homelander was chasing him down, he moved out of the way from a girl who was in the way, causing him to trip and causing Homelander to catch him and snap his neck. They was doing some writing then. I can't even lie. The pen was doing his work. He went from killing a girl to saving a girl, but it ended up in his death. That's poetry right there. But they didn't give my man a fighting chance against Homelander. Again, A-Train trying to mouthbox, calling him a joke. Throw some punches. Yeah, bro, even the speedster in Invincible got some hits on Omni-Man's chest. He wasn't doing shit, but at least it turned his chest pink. A-Train got nothing. And then at his funeral, they got this black pastor character talking about some A-Train. He went to heaven, even though the starlight us. Just black pastoring. White writers who wrote this shit. Black pastors don't do that at funerals. They're quiet, and that's regular service shit right there. Man. And another thing, Homelander was the only one who shed a tear at A-Train's funeral and his death. Correct me in the comments if I could be wrong, because even I don't believe this shit. But I feel like the main cast, the boys, just got over it fast as a motherfucker. I don't think I seen Starlight shed a tear. I don't think I seen Huey give a damn. Nobody on the main roster gave a damn. The black guy, nobody. Nobody cared that he died. Homelander was legit the only nigga that shedded a tear, and that's fucking insane. And Homelander, sometimes I can't take this nigga serious. I know it's the point for him to be pathetic, but when A-Train has said, "What are you without your powers?" And I thought to myself, he's really just a titty-sucking son of a bitch. A racist, selfish, bigoted, dumb clown with mama issues and daddy issues. He didn't have a mom, so he deals with his trauma by drinking breast milk. What does he do with his trauma that his dad, not having a dad, gave him? Suck dick? Like, what? He's really pathetic, and he complains like a bitch a lot. And then you got somebody like Conquest hearing his complaints. Even though Conquest was talking to Mark about his loneliness, it still felt so menacing. It's like your dad when he get home from work and he's never talked about his mental issues, never talked about his feelings, and he just says, "I'm tired of this shit. Every time I wake up, I grab the razor blade, not to shave, but I think about slitting my wrist." I'm like, damn, Dad, is it really that bad? That's the difference. But it's like Homelander, he's just whining. He's just whining. So I feel like they got the better Superman, and nothing in The Boys made me feel the way I felt when Nolan had flew off the earth, leaving a single tear behind. And then it goes into that song, "I fell into an avalanche." Nothing in The Boys has made me feel like that. Not Billy Butcher and his brother and Huey being alike. Nothing. Matter of fact, the main things that stick with me in The Boys is the weird sexual stuff they got going on. Like I said, it's very childish. I will never forgive The Boys for that fake ass Timu Batman sex cave scene with Huey, and the fact that they made Spider-Man shoot webs out of his asshole. That's not Peter Parker. That's Peter Penis. And then this freaky ass lady who's now the vice president licking feet, tickling feet, and what is she on? Didn't y'all made Batman not Batman? That's Buttman.
No.
That's Bruce Weenie. Y'all turned the Batcave into a sex cave? Man, y'all should be sued for that. And then y'all got so many plot points I don't care about. Like when the French guy was with that dude, tearing up his butthole, killing his butt, but it turned out he had killed his parents too, and the character just ended up disappearing. Like, it's so many plot points that's unfinished. And with Invincible, it has its fair share of side stories, but they continue. Like with the Rock dude, sometimes watching a Rock guy is more interesting than watching the side plots of the boys. Watching Rocks is sometimes more interesting than watching the side plot of the boys. And I'll be having to take a break from the boys because imagine you eating some food and you watching TV and you see a guy shrink and then proceed to go into another guy's dick hole. Like it's that episode of the Magic School Bus where they shrank the school bus and went into the human body. Instead, this nigga just went into his dick to please another dude's dick, and then he ended up exploding out of his dick. Blood everywhere, dick juice everywhere, and you just eating like. So yeah, that's low key why I prefer Invincible over the boys. And don't get me wrong, I'm all good with sex jokes. But sometimes it's not even that funny. Like when the long dick white guy was whipping the black guy with his dick, I felt like that was sexual and both racial tensions. I was offended by that because it felt like there's just some white dude that was like, so what if we run it like this? What if the white guy has the long penis for once and then the white guy whips the black guy with his dick and then he lynches the black guy with his dick? Well, not kills him, but he just lynches a black guy with his long white Peter. That's why Invincible is better than the boys, in my opinion. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'll see you later.